It's a little down to the lakes, and on the line with us right now, we've got, probably one of the busiest guys I know in the restaurant industry, Dan Herder. Dan, welcome back to KFGO. It's been a while since you were on It Takes Two, my man.
It has been a little while. It's good to be back. Appreciate it.
Andy, I tell you, you have been so busy, and I got to tell you, every single thing that I've been, every installation going all the way back to the reindeer room, on point, amazing. I've loved them. Thank you so much for what you bring to, people who not just want to eat a great meal, but want to have a great experience. It's been awesome. So let's get into this. Okay, so let's talk about what you've got coming up at the Otter Supper Club, because this is down to the lakes. You are a guy who understands the wants and needs of that lakes community, especially those folks who are coming from the metro area. You've got something really special lined up for September 12th.
Yeah, we're excited. We have Chris Tungseth coming out to do a concert. This will be the 8th year that we've done a concert out in our parking lot, which we've brilliantly named our parking lot party. We're excited to have Chris Tungseth, who had a great run on American Idol this year, got 3rd place. He's from Fergus Falls, so hometown guy, and we're really excited.
Okay, so this is the 8th year that you've done this. I assume that you keep having to make the parking lot like less parking, more people, less parking, more people, less parking, more people, because the cat is out of the bag. People know that this is the place to come for a great event.
Yes, it's all party, no parking. We pretty much take over the whole parking lot. We've got some good neighbors that let us use their property for parking so that we can get everybody in and out of there. But yeah, we have about 1,000 people every year. It's a great party. It's fun to get everybody outside, listen to live music, and do something new for that area. We don't have a whole lot of national acts coming through Ottertail, but it's a fun thing to be able to bring to town.
Well, and the fact that you have Chris Tungseth coming, I think, is a big deal, right? Because even though he didn't go all the way on American Idol, he went all the way in our hearts.
Absolutely.
So many people were just so excited about cheering him on, and I think it's great. And this is just an absolutely you've knocked it out of the park. This is a great choice for that party.
Yeah, we're really excited to get him out there, and I know him and his team are excited to play close to home and put on a big show after his nice run over there.
The cool thing is, if you're dancing at that parking lot party to some of Chris's music, you might be dancing next to Chris's family. Right? That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah, I know. I think they're all planning to be out there. I've talked to his manager a few times, and I know they have a pretty big contingent coming out to support him. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, while we are at it, let's talk about the Otter Supper Club. Let's talk about some of that stuff that people can expect when they go down there, because the thing I hear the most about people in the lakes area is they say we get into this routine of going to the same place all the time. And so I want to talk to those people who've never been to the Otter Supper Club. And first of all, tell you, you've been missing out, and I've got your new place for you. Tell us a little bit about the vibe, what's on the menu.
Yeah, it's an Otter or a Lakes Country staple. It's been around since the 60s. I've had the pleasure of owning it for 15 years, which is kind of crazy. But it's a pretty wild place on the weekends. In the summer, we of course have the restaurant and the bar. We've got a liquor store on site. We've got a 15-room hotel on site, which a lot of people don't realize. We of course have all the gambling that Minnesota allows: the E-tabs, the pull tabs, the meat raffles, the horse races. It's a pretty good time on really any night of the week, but the weekends it's certainly hopping when everybody heads out to Lakes area.
I follow you on social media, and one of the things that you had featured back in towards the end of July was some pickled red onions, and I thought, oh, they're speaking my language. And so I also love too about how your menu features those flavors that people really like, but there are also some elevated new things that people can try as well. You're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're giving us what we want plus some extras.
Yeah, we've got a great team in our kitchen. They like to get creative, and there's of course, people love a good cheeseburger and they love the prime rib, but we also like to do a few elevated things and spice things up a little bit, pun intended, both flavor and intrigue wise. I know those guys really enjoy putting new things on the menu and trying different specials and trying to stay on top of what's current and trendy without straying too far from what we do.
Hey, Dan, this is Abby Miller filling in for Amy. As a summer resident of Ottertail, I'm a a frequent attendee of the Otter. And when you have your meat raffles, like, you guys are not messing around. Some of the stuff that we have won or our neighbors have won, and it's so frustrating when our neighbors beat us there and we don't get to the meat raffle and they come back with just a freezer full of incredible meats from you guys.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't know if they're actually saving any money or if they paid $30 to buy all the tickets just to win. But yeah, people leave with arms full of meat. And sometimes it goes real quick. We're done in like 40 minutes because we've gone through 50 some boards, and it's pretty wild. The line is just constant until the meat is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. And also the patio. You guys sit on the patio when you're there. It's the best patio in the lakes area for sure.
It's a really nice patio.
Yeah, that was a post-COVID addition. We didn't have that until after COVID. And then, of course, the whole outdoor dining thing happened. And we had a great regular customer that said, I think I can build you a pretty awesome structure out here. A lot of people have no idea if it's even back there. It's not real obvious from the front of the building. But yeah, it's a great patio. If you're looking for outdoor dining in lakes area, it's hard to beat.
Which is kind of nice, too, to have it a little bit more hidden because, I mean, you guys are along a busy road and you're still hidden and you kind of get the privacy of the Otter.
Yeah, you block some of that traffic noise. We get a little shade because, of course, you get that late afternoon western sun and it gets pretty brutal out there. So it gives a little reprieve from the heat and also gives us a little more space for when we're just totally full inside, which is not super uncommon.
Well, okay, and again, let's hit on this. You're going to be very, very full on Saturday, September 12th, okay? You've got Fergus Falls native and American Idol finalist Chris Tungseth out there to do a great show. It is your parking lot party. You're going to have a parking lot full of people. It's a great stage, all that cool stuff. If you want to go and scope it out before September 12th, you guys are open all the way until then, like Labor Day weekend. The people who say summer is over right now, I beg to differ. It's just easier to get a table in some places. That's the only difference.
Absolutely. September is my favorite time out in Lakes Country. It's just a little bit calmer than the rest of the summer, but the weather is still great. Still plenty of sunlight. It's a great time to be out there.
Dan, thank you so much for being on with us. This is Down to the Lakes, brought to you by Cwikla Ace Hardware in Detroit Lakes. If you're in the Lakes area, Cwikla is the place you want to be for all of those needs. If you're getting ready to close down the cabin for the year and you need all the stuff from mouse traps to even like dryer sheets, because that's what people put everywhere to try and keep the vermin at bay, that is the place to go. So it doesn't matter if you have a big project or a small project. Cwikla Ace Hardware in Detroit Lakes, they're friendly, they're fantastic, and they're the Down to the Lake sponsor. Dan Herder from the Otter Supper Club. Thank you so much, Dan. Always a pleasure, and we'll see you on September 12th.
Thank you, JJ. Have a good day.